So this talk is made without any AI's help. So it's purely from my brain. It's just a free talk, like it's a free speech. And the reason why I'm doing that is because recently everybody's using AI to perfect their results. Now, we perfect things because we are scared that the result we make without using AI isn't enough, right? But if I think about it, what we prefer might not be the perfect results. So let me tell you a short story. I used to watch a YouTuber. It's a Korean YouTuber. He's like a movie reviewing YouTuber. So he reviews like the Matrix trilogy and like the philosophy behind this and that. So I like how deep the channel goes, and he kind of stutters. He does his own narration or like voice dubs, basically narrations, and he doesn't have like the perfect pronunciation. Like he speaks Korean and all that, but I never really cared about it. Like I never really thought it was a like a obstacle to understanding the topic, but in the creator's perspective, I guess he did care about or was annoyed about like those small mistakes in the pronunciations or delivery. So like one day he posted a post saying he's trying to adapt or introduce like a AI like TTS or like AI dubbing like new technology to try out because he has like this stuttering or like a short tongue or something. Like he's not really confident about his pronunciation. And I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, like the reason why I watch his video is because it feels very clear. Like how when you watch some YouTubers who read the script and kind of act in front of the camera, it feels a little bit fake. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like judge them or something, but I have this like fake radar going on, and whenever I see someone like faking whatever they're doing, it feels a bit off. It feels like there's something between them and me. Like the prime example is Mr. Beast, like his smile and everything. I mean, I guess in some moments he was true to himself and all that, but there's a reason why we like walk away from his videos is because we don't know what he is really feeling. Like it feels like we're watching like a fake show. So some people enjoy that, Some people don't care about the sincerity or, like the trueness. But people like me, I really care about sincerity. Like I don't care like as long as the quality is okay. What I care is how genuine, how legit, or how real, how true that person is. Like towards the content. Like I don't want to watch someone who is just trying to make money out of YouTube and just like like doing whatever they don't want to do. That's why I stopped making gaming videos, because if I don't want to do it, I just stop. I don't continue it while enduring the unwillingness. You know what I mean? So yeah, back to the story. So he wrote a post saying like he was kind of like insecure about his pronunciation and blah blah blah. So he was trying to adapt or introduce like an AI voice system, and I wrote like a comment saying the reason why I watch your videos and the reason why I love your content is because of that imperfection, because it feels humanly. You know what I mean? Like, someone who is too perfect isn't that attractive. You know what I mean? Like, it might be me, but if someone is too perfect, I feel something off. You know what I mean? Like, a strong person, a strong individual shows their weakness because that's how they, like, show that they don't have any offensiveness towards them. You know what I mean? Like how the dogs like open up their belly and be like, "Oh, scratch me." Like, it means the dogs are willing to open their most weakest spot, which means they're showing, "Hey, I'm a friend of yours. Like, I'm not gonna attack you." You know what I mean? I think human imperfection works like that. When I record my video like this, like, no lens, like my eyes look small, or like my hair is bushy, or I don't have like cool t-shirts on, or you know what I mean? Like, when I'm like the most when I'm in the most imperfect moment, it shows my attitude towards you, that I am trying to be like real, that I'm trying to, like, show my belly like the dog does. Like, you know what I'm saying. So considering all that, I think if a person doesn't show any of their weakness, I think we humans innately feel that that person is hiding something, that there's something off. But if you naturally show like one of your weaknesses, I think that really makes a difference. It really shows, like, how close you want to get to them, or how close they want to get to you. Like the dog shows their belly, all that. So yeah, I wrote that comment. I wrote, like, I like your stuttering. I like your imperfections. That's why I watch your videos, and it feels real. Blah blah blah, all that. And I don't know if that person read that and got inspired or something, but he gave me like a heart. The YouTube comment has a heart system. And I was like, oh yeah, hey, he read it, so I was like happy. And then until now, he doesn't really use too much AI dubs, and that's a really relief, because I kind of saved my favorite channel. And yeah, continuing that idea to the next topic is it's like I'm going to talk about similar topics, but. So, imperfection. The reason why I decided not to use like any AI in making videos is because if I use AI, it creates like a way better script. Like, you see, I'm talking right now without even reading anything. I'm like talking everything outside of my head, and it's very imperfect. Right? Like the grammar, the stuttering, everything, it's very imperfect. But I like it this way, because like I said, it's like, showing my weakness to you, which means I'm telling you that I'm hiding nothing. I like that. I like that idea. And if you use AI, the result's gonna be really good for like the first like maybe 10 or 100 times, but now you're bound to it. You know what I mean? If you keep use AI to make something, then you cannot go back being yourself, like making something completely out of yourself by your own ability. Like, I saw this article saying they compared two groups. One group used AI to write something. Another group wasn't allowed to use AI and just wrote like some topic about something. And the score was obviously the AI user group was higher. But the thing is, they checked like the brain usage, and they found out that the group that used AI had a very like low brain usage, and the group that did not use AI had a high brain usage. And brain is basically like a muscle. Like the more you use, the better it improves. The less you use, like a muscle, it gets weaker. So like this current process of me talking might be very like bad in the result, or like, you know, not that good compared to an AI script, but at least I'm like squeezing my brain to speak English and then thinking about the topic I want to talk about at the same time, because I'm a Korean. English is not my first language. I barely speak English in my life. So it's like a mental workout right now for me. But that will improve. That will make me improve. So if everything goes wrong and like AI disappears, I can still make videos like this because it's completely inside me. And that's what I like about it. And also, with the concept of you know, imperfection is like showing your weakness and all that. Like if I use an AI and be so perfect, it's not gonna look human. It's not gonna feel human. So yeah, I had like a few more topics I wanted to talk about regarding this thing. Let me just keep on talking. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Scatman. You know the music. Skibidi-bidi-do-ba-da-boop. I'm a Scatman. You know that? Ba-da-ba-da-bee-ba-ba-ba-ba-do. I love that music. And if you like what I talked about, like if you like this current topic, you would love his backstory. Scatman, like he was a teacher, I think, and he got like bullied when he was young because of his stuttering. Like I think he's born with a stuttering mouth or something. So he had a weakness, a stuttering. But when he got old, like when he was like 55 or something, 50, he decided to make a music to encourage other kids who has stuttering, that even if you have a stutter, you can still be successful in life and you can still be lovely. You know, you can still be loved. You can still be a perfectly you know, what you call that, a perfectly working person. You know, a perfectly manageable person. Anyways, the mindset behind the music is so lovely, right? So Scatman, this guy, made the music, and then boom, it became so successful. I saw like his live videos, and it's all really cool. I think, like, you know, he has a really good talent in music in general. But anyways, that music is an evidence that if we truly show our weakness and be very confident about that, we can still do it, or we can still be loved, it's an evidence that people like that thing. It's an evidence that people, like human, like Homo sapiens, are wired in the DNA to encourage or give support to those kind of people who stepped up, or who acknowledge, or, like, you know, embrace their weakness. I like this topic a lot. I like this. It feels like the most human thing so far for me. Because, like, what is a human? A human is basically a brain, like you know, some fat. Like, brain is a fat in the nutrition category. We're basically a floating fat trying to reproduce and learn stuff along our journey of life. But since we don't have infinite energy, because we have a digestive system, and like, in the past we didn't have enough materials to eat, but now we do. But like, basically, we humans, Homo sapiens, is a floating fat who's trying to squeeze out as much as learning, or like, results, or like, score, like all that, using the most least energy. So I forgot what I was talking about, sorry. Yeah, anyways, next, I wrote some stuff on my phone just not to forget about it. Yes, Gapman. So yeah, oh yeah, the next one is a little bit connected to philosophy. So imperfections might be a flaw in one perspective, but it might be a gem in another. Oh, I wrote that. That's a pretty good quote. Let me read that again. Imperfections might be a flaw in one perspective, but it might be a gem in another. Sometimes I'm scared about myself. Like, I make quotes out of nowhere. Like, and then I read again. I'm like, wow, I wrote that. Anyways, the sentence talks itself. Like, there's categories of judgment, right? For example, like speed, or test scores, gaming. Like, we have like categories to judge systems, right? And imperfection, the concept imperfection means it's not perfect. So then what is perfect? It basically means in a certain category, or in a certain like scoring system, if we're determining if that is checking all the boxes, or if that is in line with the current judging perspective, right? So imperfection basically means you're obeying this what's the word I'm talking the category, the judge system. But why should we follow that category? Why should we follow that score system? Think about it. Humans are not bound to anything. So if you think you have an imperfection, you're basically following like that category and be like, oh, I'm too slow. But maybe in another perspective, slow might be a good thing. You know what I mean? For example, like, I'm really skinny. Like, I'm very skinny. I'm 6 foot, 183 centimeters, and I'm like 61 kilograms. That's like 125 pounds. I'm very skinny, but that is an imperfection in the perspective of like a perfect body, or like wrestling or weightlifting. In that perspective, I am very imperfect. I'm a very imperfection body. But in terms of long running, like marathons or rock climbing, badminton, or maybe picking up something from a high shelf, like, in those perspective, my body is a perfect body. So it's all about the perspective of where you draw the line. Whatever you're talking about, oh, I have an imperfection in something, oh, I'm bad at this. Whatever you think about it, just twist the perspective, and then it suddenly becomes a gem. So technically, there's no imperfection in this world, but it's just perspectives. You know what I mean? So I like this topic. So yeah, next I wrote, using AI makes us become perfect in one perspective, but humanness is not a one perspective thing. It's multidimensional. Oh, I like this one too. So it means when we use AI, because I majored AI, I have a master's degree in AI, so I know like what this AI thing is. It's basically a system that keeps on reducing the loss system like the noise. So it's trying to get a high score in a certain category, but that category isn't like it isn't directly transferable to human life. You know what I mean? Human life is multidimensional. For example, like a 6 foot man. Wow, you're 6 foot, like you're so cool. But a 6 foot man doesn't mean he's like 100% perfect in life, right? You gotta be nice to others. You know, there's like a lot of multidimensional categories when we talk about humans. Just being tall or being short or being wealthy or being like muscly doesn't mean that person is just the best. You know what I mean? Like someone who got a SAT score like the perfect score on SAT doesn't mean that that person is better than others. That person is just better in SAT category, not everything else. So human is a multidimensional being. When you use AI to perfect something, you're perfecting one category out of every infinite categories. Like, if I just think about one like stupid category, how about cleaning the room? You know, how about fast showering? What if there's a speed run, like a sports, on how fast you can take a shower? Like those, we can create categories too. Like there's infinite amount of categories you can think about, and AI is just a tool that perfects one category. And humans are not a single category or single dimensional being. We're a multidimensional being. So that means, using AI doesn't make your life a lot better. It just makes one bit better. But if we connect the first topic, if you make this one thing perfect, it's going to look like you don't have any weakness to others, which makes them to feel like, oh, that person has no weakness. Oh, like that. So yeah, for me, I want to show, like in perspective, if I talk this way, I want to show my belly like a dog does to others, to show that, hey, I have my weakness. I'm true. I'm legit. I'm sincere. You can open your mind too. You can open up yourself too. I open mine. This is my weakness. What is yours? I think this is the core human interaction. And I've been teaching kids or talking about all these AI stuff recently for like 2-3 years. I stepped off from AI industry. I got a master's degree, but I'm teaching kids now. I'm a teacher, and I love it. I love my job. But the more I study AI, the less I get into it. The more I want to be on the human side, like the imperfection side. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's about it. So this was the most imperfect video I ever made, because I actually started this video as a mic test. See, there's 2 mics here. I actually started this video as a mic test, but suddenly I was like, oh, hey, maybe I'll just make a video. So I just did. And hope you liked it. I like to talk about stuff, and I'm not trying to like make a huge thing about this channel, but I want to store, or what do you call that, backup, yeah, like backup, or like store, or like save my ideas, my talk, my face, like this current moment inside a video format, so that maybe in the future my kids or my grandkids can watch my videos and be like, wow, that this was my granddad. He speaks English. And because I wish my dad did this, because sometimes you wish you had more conversation with your grandparents or your parents when they pass away, because once they pass away, it's basically gone. So I'm doing this not for myself. I'm doing this for maybe some other people who want to listen to my voice or my thoughts, or my future kids. If they, if I get married and if I have a kid, then the future kids, like 50, 60 years later, they're gonna be adults and I'll be dead, and they're gonna be like, I wish I had more talk with my dad, and voila, go to my channel. So yeah, maybe I'll do this more. Okay. Embrace imperfection and embrace yourself. That's what makes us human. Bye bye.